Today's episode of the Reckless Wrench Garage is going to be entirely different than anything we've ever done before. We've covered events, we've done all sorts of cutting, welding, stupid garage shenanigans, you know, what have you. Today, entirely different. I left off in the last episode with us piling everything into U-Haul and moving. You guys didn't have to be here for that. All of that moving is done. We've relocated. I'm in the garage now, but this isn't the garage that we're going to be filming in or doing any videos. No. Today is something I've been waiting for years and years and years, well before I was making videos and I had the Reckless Wrench Garage. I've been dreaming of a space like this ever since I was a mere child. But today I'm so excited. We're going to be starting the build of our new shop. It's going to be a 30 by 60 pole barn, and I'm going to be trying to bring you guys along for as much of it as possible. So, stick around. All right, so before we put up the building, the shop, future site of many Reckless Wrench videos to come, we need to take down this old crappy wooden fence. About 10 feet of the shop is going to be hanging out past this, at least. As you can see, it's kind of seen worse for wear in terms of the weathering, and it needs to be replaced as it is, but the shop is going to be the new side of the backyard anyway, so I won't have to replace this part of the fence. But we got to tear this section down, rip out the posts, and then we got to come in about 10 feet over on the gate side too, and we'll have to take that out, cap off some sprinkler lines, and then we'll be ready to basically scrape and level the ground and prep for the shop build. You're good. All right, hold on, go forward. Quick update on the progress I've been making. So I got this sprinkler irrigation line rerouted. Yeah, previously there were some sprinklers there and over there that did really nothing at all. They watered a fence, literally. But that line ran right there. That's now rerouted. And this other line over here, which is right where the corner of my workshop's gonna be, I cut it out. It's still a section buried under there, but then I capped it down there. The last thing I did off camera that I'll show you guys now is I really outlined the building. Hi, Cinder. Hi. I outlined where the building dimensions are gonna be. So this is the far wall right here. So it's 60 feet that way and then 30 feet that way. So right where that first orange flag is over here in the corner, that's gonna be the dimensions of the building. Come on, get out of there. From this corner right here, you know, that's gonna be a wall. This area right here, that's gonna be a 10-foot covered patio or lean-to, however you wanna call it. So they're gonna take out this concrete strip right there, and then once the building is in, this will all be kind of a concrete patio underneath a covered area. So now you can kind of see a good layout and dimension of it. Again, it's a 30 by 60, and I did all this layout so that way tomorrow, whenever the dirt guys come in, they will have a good idea of where the edges need to be. Once the building goes up here, I'm gonna reconnect the fence and everything. That way, I'm gonna build a big drive-through fence on the front area up there as well, so we could not only walk through it, but if we need to back a trailer or something under the covered area right there, we hopefully will be able to do that. But basically what they're coming in to do is take all of this down 4 inches just to the bottom of where this concrete pad is. So it's gonna be leveled 4 inches down all the way back that way. So once the building is built, it will get filled in with concrete. That's how the pole barn is gonna go. So they're gonna come in, drill holes first, wet set the posts in concrete, build the building from that way, and then we'll fill it in with concrete afterwards. I'm not doing a prefabricated metal building or anything like that. That is requiring like a foundation to be poured first. So that's kind of one of the differences in this pole barn style that I'm doing. Well, as you guys can see, we now have a awesome spot to build our workshop. So they did take everything down 4 inches. They had to add in 1 truckload of sand just to get it perfectly level. They laser leveled it all together. So this is ready for the barn to be built, or the shop to be built tomorrow. And that's what the guys are coming out tomorrow to start it. They say it's gonna take about 4 days. I know a lot of you guys are probably nervous that I'm not going to be in the driveway anymore, and you know, the Reckless Wrench is going to lose its luster of the everyman type of build. But you know what they say, you can take the idiot out of the driveway, but you can't take the driveway out of the idiot. I don't know, something like that. Oh man, I'm just picturing big old shop right here. This is going to be awesome.
I know it is super dark and it's hard to tell anything that's going on right now, but I just got home and I'm able to stand in the spot where I'm gonna be working on all of my projects and everything here soon. And I cannot be more happy right now. This is freaking awesome. Like, even though it's pitch black and I really can't see much, this is freaking sick. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I'm super stoked right now. Heck yeah. All right, stick around for more build action starting tomorrow. A 30 by 60 with a 14-foot tall wall this is a good size. Like, I'm coming from a 2-car garage or a driveway. That's the biggest areas I've ever worked in. And now I'm going to have 1,800 square feet. That's freaking awesome. Anyway, day 3, they're gonna finish this thing up. They have the roof panels up there to put on, and then the lean-to or the porch on that side. They got to finish up that, and then looks like just trim and a little finishing thing. So one more day. Day 3 of my barn build, and the structure is totally done. So let's go take a look at what we got. So coming up from the driveway, I have a 12 by 12 garage door over here. Back here, this is a 7 by 7. It's gonna have a roll-up door as well. My doors are taking a long time to arrive. You know, both of these, I ordered them at the beginning of December. Right now it's mid-January, and I'm not supposed to be getting them until March. So what I'm gonna have to end up doing is building, basically boarding up the walls there to keep critters, wind, weather, whatever out of here until I get that ready to go. But 3 days after construction and you have a gigantic barn ready to go. Obviously I'm not leaving it dirt floor like this. Once the concrete in the holes, I'm gonna give it a little bit more time to cure before totally filling them in, but I'm gonna fill in everything again, move the dirt back in as best as I can, and right now I'm getting concrete scheduled and ready to go. So essentially with the pole barn, you build the structure first, and then you come in and you backfill it with concrete, and your building is the form. So you have a form already made for the concrete. One thing that me and my wife are gonna do, so about 30 feet, so from the middle of the barn to the front of the barn, we're gonna put a little spot in the floor there to drain, and I have a ditch on the side over there in between the property lines, but we're gonna put a little drain in the floor there and have that area slope towards there so we could bring, you know, if it's wet outside and we park a car in here, or if we wanna wash a car, anything like that, we'll have that option to do it, and then we could close the barn up, wash it inside, and let it drain in the floor, and it will go out into that ditch. So in this space back here, I'm going to build a mezzanine. So there's gonna be a roll-up door going across the top right there. And my plan is, so one of the reasons why I built this barn so tall, number one is so I could put big ass things in it. But number two is it's much cheaper to build vertically than it is to build horizontally and build it bigger or wider. So my whole thought process with going 14 feet high is I could build a mezzanine back here. So what my plan is, right over where that garage door is gonna be, that overhead door, I'm gonna build an entire mezzanine level covering the back of it. So I'll have about 8 feet of clearance underneath on the bottom to where I could have all of my workbenches back here. I'm planning in this corner to be my dedicated work area. I wanna get some nice cabinets, workbench, that kind of stuff, and build out that corner. And I'll have lighting underneath the mezzanine and everything. I'm gonna build out that corner, and I'm gonna have plenty of room right here to have space for projects, any of my tools big tools that I have and whatnot. And then right here, it's a little 7x7. This whole purpose of this door is so I have a space for my mower. There are no windows in the building. We just have the 2 man doors and then the 2 roll-up doors. We did that for, I mean, security reasons for one. I didn't want window access into the shop, you know. And then the other reason is I don't want to waste any wall space with a window. Some people might think that's crazy, but hey, you know, to each their own. I'm gonna have plenty of lighting in here, so I'm not gonna really need the natural light. And I have a 12x12 entryway right there, so it's a massive entry where if I need natural light or anything like that, I could get it. That whole 10-foot storage space up top, I'm gonna have shelving and everything up there, so we could keep all of our camping gear, I don't know, all the stuff that accumulates in your garage over time. I could have part storage, everything like that. I'm gonna build out that section totally for that. So with the mezzanine coming from that point right there above the garage door, I'm going to build a staircase down on the side. So that will occupy this space of the wall. And I've tried to plan this as best as I can to where I'm not wasting any space. So where this staircase comes down, that's gonna create a weird, awkward space, but my plan is I'm going to build it out into a closet down below it, and that is gonna be my little hush house for an air compressor. I'm gonna get probably either 60 or 80 gallon air compressor, and it is going to live underneath the stairs. I'm gonna insulate it in, close it in that little closet, and then I'll have the shop plumbed with some of the air. I've already planned, I think right up here, I don't know, I think right up here is gonna be the perfect spot for the beer fridge. So yeah, like I said, I've been planning all of the essential items that you need in the shop. I know a lot of people are probably gonna argue with me down in the comments, oh, you should have built a prefab metal building, or you should have done a red iron building, or you should have done this or that. You know, I'm gonna do a video breaking down my whole process of building this, and I did a ton of research beforehand, you know, trying to figure out the best way for me to do this, and everyone's needs are gonna be different, and everyone's budget's gonna be different, but I'll break all that down, because that was something that was hard for me to research, or not hard, but took a lot of time, and there was a lot of information that I'd like to share, you know, through my experience for that. So any of you guys out there building your dream shop or interested in building your dream shop can get a little bit of insight on this whole project. But anyway, I think I've been blabbing enough. The next part of this build is gonna be concrete. That's coming in next. After that, it will be the finished electrical everywhere around the building. And then we were gonna get spray foam insulation all up in here, board up the doors. Permanent doors will be coming hopefully by the end of March. And then after that, I'll be ready to move in and start working on stuff again. So I am so happy and so excited that going forward, I'm not gonna be building anything in the driveway. And I mean, I feel like a whole new realm of opportunities is waiting for me for my projects and my hobbies and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm super excited, and
yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you find this interesting or anything like that. Any questions you have about this process, drop them down below and I'll try and answer them in a video or something like that. But until next time, stay reckless. Take me months and months of work to do anything like this, so definitely glad I never tried a dumb idea like, oh, I'm just gonna do this all myself or anything like that. You know, typically I'm kind of an idiot like that, but I'm glad I made a smart choice this time.